Hi, welcome to TS24x7. Now I am going to explain about programmatic exceptions. Programmatic exceptions. The exceptions which are raised explicitly by the programmer or by the API developer to indicate something goes wrong are called the programmatic exceptions. Examples are two younger exceptions or two older exceptions or illegal argument exceptions, etc. Let us see the examples one by one. The first one is illegal argument exceptions. Argument exception. It is the child class of runtime exception. Runtime exception, and hence it is unchecked exception. And this exception is raised explicitly by the programmer or by the API developer to indicate that a method has been invoked with illegal argument. Let us take an example. The valid range of a thread priority is 1 to 10. If you take out of this range like 11, 12 like that, then we'll get this illegal argument exception. Let us see an example here. Here I am taking thread class thread t equals to new thread. Here I am giving priority to this thread, set priority of 10. This is within the range. I am printing one statement. Welcome to TS24x7. Within the range it is, so it will print this statement. Yes, welcome to TS24x7. If I give out of this range, then see, we will get an exception, illegal argument exception. Now see, the second one is number format exception. Format exception. This is the child class of direct child class of illegal argument exception. This is the direct child class of illegal argument exception, and this illegal argument exception is the child class of runtime exception, and hence it is unchecked exception. And this exception is raised explicitly by programmer or by the API developer whenever we are trying to convert string to a number and that string is not properly formatted. Let us see an example here. Here I am taking int I equals to integer dot parse int of, here I am taking 10. System dot out dot println of welcome to TS24x7. Like this I have given one statement. Now run this program. This statement will print. If I take it as instead of 10 in characters, if I take like this, then we'll get an exception, number format exception. java.lang.number format exception. Input string 10. This is about number format exception. Now see the third one, illegal thread state exception. Illegal thread state exception. This is the child class of runtime exception and hence it is unchecked exception. And this exception is raised explicitly either by the programmer or by the API developer to indicate that a method has been invoked at wrong time. Let us take an example. After starting a thread, if we are not allowed to restart, that is the right, but if you are trying to restart the same thread, then we'll get this illegal thread state exception. Let us see an example here. I'm taking thread t equals to new thread of. Here I started this thread and giving one statement, print ln of welcome to TS24x7. Now run this program. This statement will print. If I restart this thread, if I give this thread once again t dot start, then here we'll get an exception, illegal thread state exception. For this we have one more exception, illegal state exception. For that, illegal state exception. This is also same as this illegal thread state exception. For this illegal state exception, once a session expires, we are not allowed to call any method on the same session object. Otherwise, we'll get runtime exception saying illegal state exception. Let us see an example here. I am giving here HTTP session object equals to session equals to request dot get session. I have given like this, and here I am printing system dot out dot print ln of. Here I am giving session dot get id, session dot get id, and next I am trying to close this session by calling method session dot invalidate method. After calling this method, again I am trying to call this statement. Then here we'll get runtime exception, illegal state exception. This is about programmatic exceptions. Thank you.